do 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 da 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 da. Hello everyone, it's me. I know you're all excited. It's time for more patch note reading. You love to see reading the patch notes. It is a fun time for all. Let me just get myself situated over here, and then we can continue. So we are at Ancient Apparition, and I have everything set up for his changes, which are actually kind of interesting. So let us get on that. Okay. And bing. Okay. So, Cold Feet. Stun duration rescaled from 1.9 to 2.8 to 1.8 to 3 seconds. Okay, so barely any change, but still now better. Break distance is no longer affected by AoE bonuses. That's fair. Didn't know that was a thing. Chilling Touch. Attack range bonus rescaled from 60 to 240 to 80 to 200. So better level 1, worse late. Death Rhyme stacks increased from 1 to 2. This is one of his innate mechanics. Death Rhyme duration increased from 4 to decreased from 4 to 3 seconds. And Og Scepter mana cost reduction decreased from 50 to 40%. Okay, so Death Rhyme is every time he affects people with his abilities, he applies Death Rhyme to them. For each stack, they get damage per second and reduced movement speed. So there you go. And then Ice Blast. This is actually the interesting bit and why I wanted to get this set up. So Release sub-ability can now be cast while silenced. And Frostbitten heroes will now have a visual indicator on their overhead health bar showing where the shatter threshold is. The indicator is visible to everyone. So let's get in the game. So let me explain the first one. So how Ice Blast works is you click a location, it creates a projectile, and then you cast a stop hitting. Second projectile, that follows. So 1, 2. And everyone in the line of the projectile, as well as in the area of effect, gets applied the actual Frostbitten effect, if that makes any sense. Now, quiet you. The second thing is, or the first change is, now you can at least cast it and you're not like completely shafted. Because if you just cast it, it's going to keep going and not stop. And then you waste your ult. And to just show... No. And it's like, oh, that affected nobody. Blah, blah, blah. So, it's a fair change to at least make it usable. You guys can't hear anything. Amazing. I'm a good content creator. Generally speaking, you didn't really miss much outside of sound effects. The visuals are more important. But then for the Frostbite visual, it's that little gray that you can see. So that's what that is. And I really like that. So if she was to get under that bar, I need to... Okay, I think I went a bit excessive, but you kind of get the idea. Actually, no, wait, that was kind of awkward. There we go. So that's how that works. Now it's a better indication. It's better. I like it. Next is Anti-Mage. Magebane's Mirror Facet rework. Burns 150 to 270%. Oh no. Counterspell now will burn 150 to 270% of the countered ability's mana cost from its caster, and deal damage equal to 100% of the burned mana up to 400 damage per reflected spell. And spell reflection no longer exclusive to this facet. And then Counterspell Ally, which is his Scepter upgrade, is a flat 270, and once again, spell reflection now exclusive to this facet. But then counterspell now reflects spells by default.
Many trees in a long time.
I should probably change my announcer at this point to something that doesn't talk as much randomly. Counterspell now reflects spells by default, and passive magic resistance rescaled from 15 to 45% to 16 to 30%. Counterspell now reflects spells by default. Let's set that up, and also change my announcer. Interface. You don't really need to see this, so it's fine. Interface. Where is it? Announcer packs. There. So, anti-mage. Let us...
I won't let my mentor down.
Yep. You will, actually. Haha! Okay. Well, it's void.
I won't fail you.
Okay, so let's take a spell. I want... What do I want? I want Sven. Let's look at Sven.
Prepare for battle.
Sven's gonna go over there.
They can't hide.
And hopefully I do this correctly. My boy has no man! Wait. Hey. Oh, that's so dirty. Ew. Good lord, that's so strong. That's like perfect for anti-mage. God damn. Like, damage aside, this kills a lot of heroes if you can do this properly. Like let's just take a maxed out stunned Stormhammer. So this is 125 mana. He's got 951. And we'll, he lost like half his mana. That's so disgusting. Jesus. I don't think the other one's worth it now. God damn. Like, I like Mana Thirst too, but God.
I won't let you down.
Okay, that's a buff, I think. I think we can all agree on that. This is like a slight nerf, but this buff is huge. It's so good. Alright, next. Arc Warden, now Universal Hero. Why? Base damage decreased by 10. Damage at level 1 decreased by 2. From 53 to 59 to 51 to 57. Damage gain per level increased from 3 to 3.6. Damage at level 30 increased by 11. From 154, 160 to 175, 181. Zet has attuned to the new frontiers and no longer has Tempest versions of abilities. Removed order and disorder facets. So... the Tempest thingy is he used to have, and it's explained down here, he and his double could just have like slightly different versions of his spells. That's now, or they could have opposite version. Now it's no longer a thing, and I think everybody's okay with that. And also removed order and disorder facets. That's that. We have two new ones. Ruined Replica. Tempest Double, when cast, is infused with the bonuses of power runes for 10 seconds when created. Level 1, Invis. Level 2, Invis and Arcane. Level 3, Invis, Arcane, and Haste. Okay. Right. I don't know how impacting Invis is going to be outside of... Actually, no. It's pretty decent. Being able to, like, position your clone for, like, 5-10 seconds and make it a bit tanky. And then just giving it reduced mana cost and cooldown, and then also giving it like max movement speed. It's not bad, but what do we have over here? Power Capture. Runic Confusion. Arc Warden gains plus 1.5 all attributes permanently upon activating any power rune. What? Alright, we'll look at this one. Magnetic field, once created, will pull all runes in a 1200 to 3000 radius towards it with increasing speed. Any rune that's within magnetic field or is pulled into it is automatically activated. Rune acceleration 150. Okay. Before I even get into any of his other stuff, we have to look at that. Arc. There you are. Okay.
Yes. Invisibility.
What? That's disgusting.
The self moves. Primordial will.
Soup. Oh, that's so stupid. This is so dumb. Oh my god, that's so stupid. He's such a dumb mid-hero now with that. Because, like,
You know not what has been split.
every time he gets one of these,
Haste.
he gets, like, about 2 damage free of charge.
Haste.
Yeah, it's about 2 damage. Let me just see.
By self-right toward synthesis.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
Spiritual of the primordial origin.
Become the soup. That's a little...
Unison.
That's a little silly. That's a little silly. I think that's the better one. God, I don't think I need him for anything else now. Okay, now has the same effect for both Archorn and Tempest Double. Deals 15 to 60 Yeah, Flux. This is for Flux. Deals 15 to 60 damage per second and slows target's movement speed by 14 to 35%. As long... The damage will not be applied if another enemy unit is near the target. It doesn't state it here, but I figured I'd state that. Here's the previous values. So, there you go. Now upgraded with Og Scepter. Silences when the target is alone. Increases damage by 50% and duration by 2 seconds. Okay, that's pretty strong. Pretty strong. Stronger, longer slow, more damage, and silence. Magnetic Field now is a point-targeted ability with 900 cast range. Can be double-tapped for self-cast to create the field centered on the caster. And then we don't care about that, because create a circular distortion field that grants 100% evasion and 30 to 120 bonus attack speed to all allied units within. And these are the previous values, which we don't care much about. Tempest Double was basically more attack range, and you also get attack base damage. No longer upgraded with Shard. Okay. Spark Wraith, blah blah blah. Spark activates in 1.5 seconds, flies at a speed of 550, slows enemy for 0.5 to 0.8 seconds, deals 100 to 310 damage. No longer does 40% more damage to non-heroes. No longer upgraded with Scepter, now upgraded with Shard. When Spark Wraith activates, secondary Spark Wraith will fuse with the next closest target that deals 80% damage. Increase Spark Wraith search radius by 100. What does that mean? Shard.
Coursing.
We'll reset you.
I can do no less.
Indeed. No foe come near.
It's only proper thought.
Stand firm. Onward. Hold. Stand firm.
Okay. I'm actually really okay with this, because the old version used to be kinda AIDS, where if it hit someone, it would make another one. So you'd have like little minefields of death and pain and suffering. You can still sort of do that, but now it's like split between two instead of one person getting ripped to shreds. I think this is a fine change. Tempest Double. Cooldown decreased from 100 to 80 to 60 to 50. Big change. Duration decreased from 60 to 18 to 24. Now spawns with Arc Warden's current health and mana. Double no longer has penalties when more than 2,000 range from Arc Warden. Okay, good. No longer restarts the ability cooldown if the Tempest Double is killed by enemies. Oh. Oh, that's good. Loses its sense of self and fractures over time, becoming slower and less accurate. Max miss chance 35, max self slow 35. Ew. Ew. What? How long does that take? What do you mean?
Ever forward. Available glory.
Ew.
Yes. Always aware.
It just does it over time? That's so dumb. I mean, I knew that, but that's not what I meant. It's like, really? Like, the fact that you're doing that will kind of force him to build an MKB to comp for the mischance. But even the slow is really stupid. Is that why there's a stupid haste rune? Oh, that's so dumb. Like, I get it's a hard spell to balance because of all the technicalities with it, but this is just a stupid change. I'm sorry. Alright, level 15, magnetic field, attack speed increased from 16 to 25. Level 15, 2-second flux duration with places 20% flux slow. Okay. Flux silences when targeted as alone, replaced with -1 spark wraith activation delay. So he got these two aspects baked into the scepter. Okay. I think overall these are far more interesting facets, especially because of this stupid garbage. The fact that this is the thing is really annoying. I like his shard. I like his scepter. I think the new talents are good. But this is so dumb. It just kind of like forces in you just play him as like a caster again instead of like a right clicker. I think that's just stupid. I like everything outside of this stupid thing. I really do. Alright. Axe. Base damage increased by 1. So his damage at level 1 is increased from 55 to 59 to 56 to 60. Sure. Moving on. Battle Hunger. Damage per second increased from 10 to 25 to 12 to 30. Good buff. Counter Helix. Damage rescaled from 95 to 170 to 100 to 160. Ow. Og Scepter. Attack damage reduction decreased from 20 to 15%. Kind of fair. Because you could just be completely physically immune, which I think is silly. Calling Blade cooldown decreased from 100 to 70 to 80 to 70. That's a nice buff at level 1. Very nice buff at level 1, in case you screw up, but hopefully you should never do that. So, overall, buff, nerfs. But also, I think this one's fair, so I would say he's fine. He does... No. Actually, I was going to say he likes the new Heaven's Halberd, but why would he want the active? Bane. Attack damage increased by 25 because of universal changes. Damage at level 1 increased by 8. From 47 to 53 to 55 to 61. That's a big attack, that's a big damage buff. Damage gain per level decreased from 5.7 to 3.6 because of changes. Damage at level 30 decreased by 61. From 240 to 246 to 179 to 185. Okay. Bane wasn't known for really right-clicking, so that's fine. Then again, Dreamstalker. Nightmare's attack speed bonus increased from 40 to 70 to 40 to 100. Sleepwalk Nightmare walk speed increased from 85 to 110. And Brain Sap cooldown talent replaced with plus 125 Brain Sap cast range. His cast ranges are kind of low, so that's fine. The cooldown kind of cripples his ability to heal and farm. So he lost a bit of farming speed. Both of them got buffed. I would say they're both good. They're both good. As long as you can get them to work properly, they're both good. But that's Bane. We're moving on. Okay, Bat Rider. We can check out the neutral item. Base damage increased by 16. Base strength decreased from 25 to 23. Damage at level 1 unchanged. So it's still the same 39 to 43. Strength gain increased from 2.6 to 2.9. Agi increased from 1. Agi gain increased from 1.4 to 1.8. Intelligence gain increased from 2 to 2.9. That's a big, nice stat buff. I'm happy with these. Because Universal Heroes just had low numbers to the annoyance of a lot of players. Damage gain per level decreased from 4.2 to 3.4. And damage at level 30 decreased by 34. From 190 to 194 to 155 to 160. That's fine. Arsonist sticky napalm building damage increased from 35 to 45%. That's pretty good. Flame break movement slow rescaled from 15 to 30% to 8 to 32%. Okay, it's a lot. It's twice as bad level 1. Which kind of sucks. You're going to have to max this out. Which I think people do anyway, because doesn't flame break... Hello. Does Flame Blade get longer duration? It does, so you want to just max it anyway. Okay, let's look at the interaction he has with this neutral item. Okay. Oh. Okay, it doesn't like spike severely, so it actually is balanced, so that's fine. Alright, that's all I wanted to know. I would say nerf here, definitely. Minor buff, I don't think this is generally the one that gets picked. The stat buffs are nice. So I would say kind of nerfed overall. Just because of the flame break change. Beastmaster. Base damage increased by 23. Damage at level 1 increased by 7 from 49 to 53 to 56 to 60. Very nice for this hero because, you know, he's a melee. They need to kind of hit stuff. Agi gain increased from 1.6 to 1.9. Int gain increased from 1.2 to 1.9. He got over a 50% increase here. That's just something you need to understand as to how bad some of the stat gains were. Damage gain per level decreased from 4 to 3. The fact that it's a flat number is scary. Damage at level 30 decreased by 32 from 194 to 198 to 162 to 166. It's kind of okay. Beastmaster never really right-clicked all that much. Call of the Wild Hawk. Dive damage decreased from 60 to 150 to 50 to 140. You never really did it for damage, but it still sucks anyway. Og Shard no longer decreases cooldown by 10 seconds. Boo. Og Shard now increases summon duration by 5 seconds from 25 to 30. And then level 10 plus 8% Inner Beast magic resist replaced with minus 5 second Call of the Wild cooldown, affecting both Boar and Hawk. So let's take a look at that numerically in game. Where are you? There. Okay, so both go down to 25 seconds. And it competes. Yeah, it competes. It competes with Wild Axe's damage amp per stack, which doesn't get a lot of value until 25, and even then. Okay. I know I didn't show anything, but it's fine. I would say overall he got improved. He needed this level 1 damage. He really did. It was so low, and now it's like tolerable. The stat gains are really nice for him. You know, the extra int gain is huge. Losing the damage here sucks. This kind of sucks. The extra duration is still good, though. I would say tweaked, maybe slightly buffed. Bloodseeker removed Blood Mist ability. That was his Augs. Where'd it go? Blood Rush facet. While active, Thirst now doubles the healing from Sanguivore. Active bonus move speed increased from 4 to 16 to 6 to 24%. That's pretty big spikes. 50% increase. Bonus move speed while on cooldown increased from 0 to 50%. So let me explain how that works and get a visual. Blood.
Bloodseeker. Flayed twins guide me.
So you can kind of see the number go up as he hits. And if I activate it, I get extra movement speed for a while. And then... Really? Oh, free spell.
Enough hide and seek.
Okay, yeah. It's better than what it used to be, because obviously it didn't have the bonus move speed while it was on a cooldown, and its cooldown is, what, 15 seconds? Lasting 5, so, like, you lose that speed boost for 10 seconds. Bit of a gimp, bit of a cripple. But now it's a bit more fair. Sanguivore upgraded with Aug Shard. Passively turns all Bloodseeker's overheal from his own abilities into an all-damage barrier up to 50% of Blood's max health. Barrier amount decays by 1.5% per second. Okay, so that aspect of Blood Mist is in here. And also upgraded with Scepter. Bloodseeker gains 30% lifesteal from all pure damage dealt. Wait a minute. Oh. I thought he had multiple rupture charges from the Scepter still. I am wrong. Blood Rage no longer upgraded with Shard, but also upgraded with Scepter. Attacks under the effect of Blood Rage deal 3% of the target's max health as pure damage. Oh. So it gets about 0.9% target max health lifesteal. That's not bad. And if you hit someone like 34 times, essentially, you hit someone like 34 times at most, they're dead. Is that only for Bloodseeker, though? Or can I put it on an ally?
So it shall be.
Okay. Oh wait, duh. I gotta get the Scepter.
This scepter will come as a shock to my enemies.
Okay. It doesn't heal.
This way.
Alright, let me max you out. Heal you.
Very well.
Okay, so...
Very well. God is in the air.
It doesn't heal unless it's blood. Alright. You should probably state that somewhere. Just because. Blood right, damage type change from magical to pure. Again, damage decreased from 115 to 340 to 90 to 255, but it's pure damage, so it doesn't really get reduced by anything. Okay, level 10, blood right damage decreased from 135 to 100. Level 20 plus 15% spell life steal replaced with minus 0.7% blood rage max health damage per second. So it's 1.4. So when you pick it, it goes to 0.7%. But that competes with a big boost of Rupture cast range. He doesn't really need spell lifesteal anymore, actually, so this is fine. I'd probably get the Rupture cast range, which is also pure damage. So now, with all this stated, so Bloodseeker gains lifesteal from all pure damage dealt. You have Rupture. His other facet is Ruptured units are pushed when attacked by blood. So what that essentially means is that they will constantly take damage while he's hitting them because they will be moved. So Blood Rush is still a weaker facet because of that. So overall, losing Blood Mist kind of sucks because it was free consistent damage. At least he kept this. This is okay. This is really strong. Like, by a lot. I don't think it goes through BKB. I don't think it does. But it's pure health. It's pure damage based on max health. That's really good. You know, the sad thing is that I was going to talk about item changes, so I go through this, but I don't think it's super necessary for a lot of them. I will dictate, however, he really likes the Abyssal Blade. Simply because Blood likes having a bash for his stuff. So the Abyssal Blade change is actually really nice for him because of all of this. I think he got buffed, but I'm not sure. This, I still think, is bad. But, yeah, I do like this conceptually. The other one just does far too much value. Okay, Bounty Hunter. Cut Purse Gold Steel increased from 4 to 16 to 4 to 25. These levels are based on the level of his ult, if I remember correctly. I think the issue is that the other one's just too good for farming. Track damage amp rescaled from 6 to 18 to 8 to 16%. Okay, a little bit better early, weaker late. Self bonus speed decreased from 16 to 24% to 12 to 20%. And then level 10, Janata damage replaced with 20 damage. Overall, I'm fine with this. It makes his Augs weaker. Is the only problem. That's actually the issue with this. This is actually a weaker talent. This is a nerf. And level 15 track gold increased from 45 to 50, which is a buff. I would say this is kind of who cares because the other talent facet is a lot stronger. The track being weaker later kind of sucks, but then again, you weren't really using it for damage amp. The self bonus speed kind of hurts a little bit, but I feel like it's good enough still because the main thing about track is the vision. The speed is like nice for chasing, but otherwise. So with the level 10 talent, I'll kind of talk about it. His other options at that level are pretty simplistic. So at level 10, his other option was Shuriken Toss Slow, which I think is just what you go for now regardless. Because it hypothetically triples the duration of the slow, which is always really good to have. And then the track gold has to compete with shadow damage, with damage taken in with less damage taken in Shadow Walk, which does also affect his shard ability. So I'd say it's like a toss-up between the two, but it is still a buff. Overall, I would say he got nerfed, but for the most part, I guess it's fine. But yeah, he got nerfed. Brewmaster! Base damage increased by 17. Damage at level 1 increased by 2 from 50 to 57 to 52 to 59. Its damage gain per level decreased from 5.1 to 3.3. Damage at level 30 decreased by 61. From 227 to 234 to 167 to 173. Really hit by this, because I think he was more designed around just hitting anyway. Roll out the barrel facet. Cinderbrew barrel speed increased from 900 to 950. Good. Barrel impact damage increased from 40 to 100 to 40 to 130. Okay, buffed. Belligerent bonus attack damage increased from 20 to 25%. Drunken Brawler Storm Brawler bonus move speed decreased from 5 to 11 to 4 to 10. Okay, a little nerf there. Then level 20 attack speed talent increased from 90 to 100. So he lost a good chunk of damage, but he got all these and a little bit of speed. But he's got a little extra attack speed, a stronger facet, and then this got a 25% increase. So not bad. What does it actually do? It's 25 bonus attack damage for 15 seconds when he comes out of Primal Split, and for 30 when he respawns. Oh.
I gamble as I lose.
By the flayed ones. You have blood on your hands. Blood.
Just cleaning up the crew over there. Okay, Bristleback removed Berserk facet. So what Berserk was... So how Bristleback works is that every time he casts spells, he gains a stack in Warpath that gives him a bonus. Berserk replaced the attack damage bonus with attack speed. That's all it was. And then when Seeing Red became available, both of them basically acted the same. One just gave attack speed and one gave attack damage. It's a lot harder to get attack damage than attack speed. So, I get why they removed it. That stated, Seeing Red, Warpath Bristleback now shares his vision with his team, but still does not receive his team's vision. That's fair. This is a fair change because of how Warpath works. Basically, when you activate Warpath, you just see an invisible cone in front of you, and that's all that happens. Abilities, Bristleback. Quill sprays that were released by the ability now deal damage that is classified as reflection. Wait, I read about that, didn't I? Reflected spells now benefit from all bonus the original cast. No, that's not what it was. The following sources and targets do not provide any lifesteal. Reflected oh. He can't lifesteal anymore. Off of that. Spell lifesteal Bristle is dead. Just a little bit. Okay. Og Scepter mana cost increased from 100 to 125. Damn, double nerf. Okay, I'm gonna state this right now. This I'm completely fine with. I thought Spell Bristle was kind of boring. I think it's more fun to just be like hyper rage and violent, which is what Warpath does, which is what Seeing Red does. His talent that replaces the quills with goo also does that. So I'm kind of okay with this. So yeah, I think this will fix Bristle for the better. Plus, I think people were building him as not really Spell Bristle, but just, I'm going to walk in a straight line and just beat the crap out of you. Like, people were ignoring this trait entirely to a minor extent. So I think this is a good change. Warpath, movement speed per stack decreased from 2 to 4% to 2 to 3%. Little speed nerf. And then Hairball, mana cost increased from 40 to 60. honestly speaking, despite the mana nerfs and stuff, I'm kind of fine with it. Because I like his Snot Rocket facet more, which is, instead of firing quills during Bristleback, it fires viscous nasal goo, and it's stronger as well. Like, you can get some very nasty armor reduction from it, like minus 24 at most, which is a lot. Sorry, I was thirsty. They're nerfs. For the most part, outside of this is just a fair change. But I think it'll be better for him in the long run. Broodmother, now an agility hero. Good. Base damage increased by 20. Base strength decreased from 19 to 18. Damage at level 1 unchanged, still 47 to 53. Strength gain increased from 2.3 to 2.9. Agi gain increased from 2.6 to 3.4. Int gain increased from 1.4 to 2. Damage gain per level decreased from 4.4 to 3.4. Okay. Damage at level 30 decreased by 45 from 204 to 210 to 159 to 165. Okay. Necrotic webs, spin web enemy regen reduction rescaled from 50 to 30% to 10 to 70. What do you mean it doubled? Ew. That's so stupid. That's dumb. I hate that. Level 10 plus 2 spin web max webs replaced with plus 0.5% spider's milk hero health as heal. And level 25 talent BAT reduction during insatiable hunger decreased from 0.3 to 0.25. So here's a nerf. Here's probably a nerf, kind of, maybe. Here's a massive stupid buff. I don't know what the other one was. But let me find it. Insatiable hunger also applies to spiderlings. Oh, that's what it was. Okay. I kind of get why this was severely buffed. But, ew. Ew. Alright, I'm moving on. Centaur Warrunner, Counter-Strike. Double-edged damage taken as damage bonus increased from 25 to 35%. Okay. What was that again? Increased when Centaur is attacked. And that competes with horsepower. I feel like that's fine. I mean, it's a buff. So yeah, I'm assuming the other one was just still better. Retaliate. Damage done is now classified as reflection, so he can't lifesteal off it, even though no one really did. Level 10 talent moves and speed decreased from plus 20 to plus 15. So nerf. Technical nerf, but I don't think people really have used it all that much. And then buff. So he got tweaked. Chaos Knight. Agi gain increased from 1.4 to 1.8. Remove Phantasmagoria facet. So, to explain what this was, basically it gave him strong illusions that couldn't break from like Hex and such, and it was like everything, and also gave them damage reduction. I'm really sad that this is gone because I really liked it. We have Fundamental Forging. When Chaos Knight crafts a neutral item, 2 of his artifact choices will be for the current tier, and 2 of his choices will be for the next tier, if possible. He does not get the option to keep his current artifact. What is the artifact choice? It's the actual item, right? Not the enchantment. Oh, that's disgusting. So during tier 4, which is more towards these items, you can get a tier 5. Okay, that's a little dirty. Little strong. But you don't get to keep, but that barely matters. God damn. Alright, Cloven Chaos. Chaos Bolt will split in half upon striking its target, stunning one additional enemy and damaging another. Prioritizes heroes. Bounce range is 60% of the ability's cast range. Additional targets do not create shard illusions. So someone gets a random stun, gets stunned, and someone else gets damage. I don't think that's all that good. This is broken. This is just kind of like silly. But it's 60% of the ability cast range. Its base cast range is now 600. So that's like 360. I don't think that's all that good. This is really strong. This is really strong. This is who cares. Chaos Strike now follows global life steal rolls. As a result, creep penalty improved from 70 to 40%. That's fine. No longer deals bonus damage to creeps. Sucks, but to be fair, if it did, the life steal would be obscene. Crit minimum decreased from 125 to 120%. Ow. Crit max increased from 140 to 245 to 140 to 260. Okay. Little fair. This being removed sucks, but it's because of the lifesteal change. This is a little tiny nerf, and this is a semi-nice buff. This facet is strong, and I think it's already been considered broken. So, there you go. Chen, now an int hero. He came back. Base damage increased by 18 to 21. Damage spread increased from 7 to 10. Damage at level 1 rescaled from 48 to 55 to 46 to 56. Damage gain per level decreased from 5.1 to 3.2. Damage at level 30 decreased from 226 to 233 to 152 to 162. And removed the Wolf Convert facet. I don't think anybody used it, to be fair. Marshmage Convert. Chen's Convert is an amphibian creep. Summoned unit depends on the levels of Holy Persuasion. Marshmage Apprentice levels 0 and 1, or Marshmage levels 2 to 4. Alright. Makes sense, because they're the cool, new, interesting creep. He's got like 5 facets still. So, yeah. Divine Favor no longer upgraded with Augs. Get obliterated. Holy Persuasion. Aug Scepter Martyrdom cooldown increased from 8 to 4 seconds. Aug Scepter Martyrdom cast range decreased from global to 1200. Aug Scepter Martyrdom can no longer be cast on enemies to damage them. Aug Scepter Martyrdom healing changed from current level of Hand of God to instant heal equal to 30% of the martyr's current health. I don't really know what that is. I don't play Chen. Chen is a micro hero. I'm bad at those. Yeah, he's got 5 facets. I want people to understand this. He has 5 facets. You thought I was lying.
Knight of the Faith.
Okay, Holy Persuasion grants Persuaded Creeps the Martyrdom ability. Sacrifice the life of this unit to instantly heal an ally for 30% of the unit's current health. Oh. What was it before? Current level of Hand of God. Okay, that's a nerf. Because Hand of God is like heal over time. Now I know what that is. Level 10 talent, -2, Divine Favor, Teleport Delay, replaced with 150 Convert Attack Speed. Ooh. What are his choices? There's Trolls. So you give the summoner a lot of attack speed, and then it could go into the bonus damage from the dudes. Okay. Oh, it's not bad. This is a cool change. Might ever teleport delay. Oh, that's okay. Losing that sucks, but the convert attack speed is good with a couple of them. Level 25, plus 200, plus 10, Hand of God, heal and heal over time, replaced with Hand of God fully heals Chen and his creeps. Healing over time is still applied. Okay, and at 25, that's not bad. Losing the heal boost kind of hurts. I'm not a big Chen player, though I think him going back to int makes sense and is fair. Him losing the damage is fine, even though it's like a lot. My god, that's a lot. He's like, it loses He loses like 70 damage. Wow. The Wolf Convert wasn't really super valuable. This one is good. So, I'd say nerf. But I don't know. I don't play Chen. Moving on. Clinks! Suppressive Fire. Strafe no longer increases attack range bonus by 100. Mischance debuff duration rescaled to 2 seconds and is no longer dependent on Strafe's remaining duration. Mischance per stack increased from 5 to 30%. I don't really get the wording on that. Okay. It's Clinks. There he is. Okay, this affects buildings. So let's just... Yeah, hi. Okay, we're just gonna... So, Clinks in each skeleton apply a stacking debuff, one stack per attacking skeleton archer, causing them to miss 30% of their attacks. This is stupid. What do you mean it's now 150? That number is too high. I'm sorry. That's stupid. That is really, really dumb. That's a dumb change. This is a dumb change. This is stupid. Engulfing Step. Death Pact now can be cast while rooted or leashed, but without teleporting Clinks to the target location. Actually, I want to talk about this. Let's say he gets on you and stuff. You have 150% mischance, assuming the ult. That's idiotic. I'm sorry. That's so dumb. And stupid. This is an idiotic thing. This is stupid. You can't even attack him. This is dumb. 10 or 15 I would have been fine with, not 30. Alright, Engulfing Step. Okay, Death Pact can now be cast while rooted or leashed, but without teleporting Clinks to the target location. And in alt cast mode, which disables teleport. Alright, that's fair. I'm okay with this. Tar Bomb can now be put on autocast, so Clinks will throw a Tar Bomb when attacking if the ability is available. I don't know if it counts as an attack, though. That's what I don't get. Death Pact fixed Clinks not gaining a Death Pact charge if he has 2 available charges until he casts it at least once. Is that even possible? What? Weird bug. Skeleton Walk bonus move speed decreased from 25 to 55% to 25 to 45%. Fair. It's too fast. Level 10 plus 15 Tar Bomb damage replaced with 0.75 second strafe duration. Semi-fair nerf, I think. Okay. This is dumb. Fair changes. Don't know how this functions, really. And this one's silly. Alright, next. Clockwork, now Strength Hero, yay! Base Strength increased by 16. Base damage increased by 16. Base Strength has actually been decreased from 27 to 26. Damage at level 1 increased by 2, from 48 to 50 to 50 to 52. Strength gain increased from 3.1 to 3.2, so overall this is fine. Press the wrong button. Please go back. Thank you. Energy gain increased from 2.1 to 2.3. Damage gain per level decreased from 4.8 to 3.2. Damage at level 30 decreased by 62. From 218 to 220 to 156 to 158. My god. Hook shot no longer requires to hook an allied target. Now requires at least one other allied hero to be within 350 radius of the hook shot target. So what that is... If there's another allied hero within the radius, Clockwork and all allies in the area receive bonus armor while refunding a portion of Hookshot's cooldown and mana cost. Okay. It's a buff. What is other options? Power clocks form a larger radius. I don't know which one of those is better. I'm not a big clock player, but this is a lot nicer. Battery Assault no longer deals bonus damage to creeps. This is a painful nerf. This is like something that made him kind of tolerable to play. So this kind of sucks. Level Tenant, minus 2 second rocket flare cooldown replaced with plus 0.4 second rocket slow duration. Hypothetically a buff. Maybe just... He got slightly nerfed in his stats, but then they got buffed. The 0.1 comps for the nerf, but not for a while. This is a buff, nerf, maybe nerf. Alright. Crystal Maiden, remove both her facets. They sucked. At least one did. Arcane Overflow. We have Arcane Aura can be activated to temporarily provide Crystal Maiden with 35% spell amp, and increasing mana cost of her abilities by 50%. Wow. While active, anytime Crystal Maiden uses her other abilities, allied heroes within 1200 radius receive 20% of the mana spent. Duration 10 seconds, no mana cost, 30-second cooldown. The ability duration is paused during the freezing field, can't be cast during the ultimate with Og Scepter, but still has full effect. So, this one's really big, I think. 35% extra damage on her spells might not seem like a lot, but this is huge. And even though it can't be cast during the ult with the Og Scepter, you can still cast it before, and then get a freezing field, and it's like... Good lord. This is, I think, the stronger one overall, I think. Glacial Guard. Crystal Nova increases radius by 100 and grants allied heroes in the affected area a 40 to 130 physical barrier for 4 seconds. Crystal Maiden receives double the barrier. Okay, so let's figure out if I get it even when out of the area. Okay. So something that bugs me is that they're on the opposite sides here. Which is kind of dumb. I want Crystal Nova. We're gonna do this. Okay, she has to be in it.
I touch the
Okay, she's like, harass! Hypothetically blocks one attack per hero? I'm not actually sure now. Because this is good for harassing. As long as you get in the barrier, as long as you're in the AoE, it's really good for like harassment purposes. Just simply because of this. And then it's also good for like your carry or your core. And then in a team fight this can do a lot too. It's a very tiny barrier though. I would say both are good. Honestly, I do like this one more, but I don't know if this is actually strong or not. In regards to like being consistently useful. Blue Heart Flow now levels up with Freezing Field, mana regen amp rescaled from 50 to 25 to 100%. Okay. So to get your old effect back, you need to be 6, but then come 12 and on, you're strong. Alright. Crystal Nova slow duration decreased from 5 to 4 seconds to make it consistent with that. Sucks, but it's fine, I guess. Level 10 plus 100 Crystal Nova AoE replaced with plus 12 int. That is actually a really big buff, but it competes with health. That hurts. Oh man, that hurts. Alright, the dog is loud. We need to... I'm going to quit out really quickly in the game side of things. I'm going to head to the bathroom because I have to pee. I am back. The vibes are redefined. Next. Oh, come on. Next. Okay. Darkseer. I liked playing Darkseer. He's now an in hero again. Base damage increased by 26. I don't have music anymore. Cool. What's a hero that I can... Okay, we'll go to Dark Willow. Okay, because I don't think I need to look at anything on here. Base damage increased by 26. Damage at level 1 increased by 5. From 59 to 55 to 54 to 60. Okay, good. Damage gain per level decreased from 5 to 2.7. Damage at level 30 decreased by 75 from 221 to 227 to 146 to 152. Remove mental fortitude innate.
Prepare for battle.
I don't wanna. Quick wit. Attack speed per int increased from 0.5 to 1. Ooh. Well, that's because it got changed. So that's actually quite nice. Aggrandize. New innate ability. Passive improves with level. When Darkseer levels up, he restores a percentage of his max health and mana. Restore percentage is equal to 10% plus 2% per hero level disabled by break. This is actually kind of nice. It's not strong. It's not broken. Losing mental fortitude kind of sucks, but to be fair, he was like awkwardly balanced around it. And Quick Wit got buffed. I'm actually kind of okay with this. I would say buffed. Dark Will is now an int hero. Am I on this new facet that seems really interesting? No, I'm not. Go to the other one. Dark Willow, shut up. Okay, now an int hero. Base damage increased by 22. Damage at level 1 increased by 2 from 56 to 54 to 58 to 48 to 56. I can talk. Agi gain increased from 1.3 to 1.6. Int gain increased from 2.6 to 3.5. Damage gain per level decreased from 4.1 to 3.5. Damage at level 30 decreased by 32 from 195 to 203 to 163 to 171. Remove Thorny Thicket Facet, and instead we have Shattering Crown. While ticking, the effect accumulates 35% of any damage dealt to the target by Dark Willow and 15% of attack damage dealt by allied heroes. When the counter ends, the accumulated damage is dealt to each enemy in the stun radius as magical damage. Og Shard allows the ability to deal accumulated damage when dispelled. Oh, okay. I get how that works. Curse Crown. Og Shard no longer reduces stun delay by 1 second. Og Shard now decreases cooldown by 1.5 seconds. Okay. Kind of wish it was just a flat number, but alright. It still makes brambles around them on the shard, so that's fine. This is impossible. What do you mean? Anime face, what do you mean? There is no way. What do you mean? Level 10, minus 2 Shadow Realm cooldown replaced with plus 10 int. Good. Get that out of here. Level 10, plus 0.5 second Curse Crown stun duration replaced with plus 1 second Bedlam duration. Good. Get that Shadow Realm nerf out of here. This is impossible. Anime phase, I don't understand. There is no way. I don't know what you mean. There's no way of part 2. Do you see how much is left? You see this little tiny scroll? Look at all that's left. Like, this is a lot. Every hero got changed. I can't do anything about it. Where was I at? Oh god, I lost my spot. Where am I at? Where was I at? Okay, there we go. Dawnbreaker, remove Gleaming Hammer Facet. It was kind of garbage. I understand why. Let's see. Final like. Thank you. That is all. Thank you again. Okay, Star Surge. After the final smash, all allies within 700 radius gain 9 to 18 bonus attack speed per Starbreaker swipe or smash that hits an enemy hero. Dawnbreaker herself gains 15 to 33. Buff duration 4 seconds. Okay, that's not bad. You will just go. I apologize. This is just like a game that I like reading the patch notes of. It literally is just an obscene patch. This is just something I like doing. Trailblazer, Celestial Hammer, Dawnbreaker, and our allied heroes gain 10 to 25% bonus move speed when walking on Hammer's fire trail and for 1 second after leaving. That's not bad. She still has the other facet, right? Yes. I still like Solar Charged, where if she gets Luminosity, it lowers all her cooldowns by a second. But then again, I feel like Star Surge is going to be the one that people go for. Starbreaker, Arg Shard movement speed penalty increased from 25 to 35%. That kind of sucks. Solar Guardian Scepter rework. Solar Guardian's pulsing aura now lingers for 3 seconds after landing and follows Dawnbreaker around. Also increases Solar Guardian's here per pulse by 10 to 20 while reducing channel airtime from 1.7.8 to 1.5. You know exactly what I mean to. I know. I know. Okay, let's see this in action. Curious on how this works. That is real fast. Okay. That's cool. Let's see. Compared to the previous, instead of airtime being increased by 3.5, now it's decreased by 0.3. Total cast time decreased from 2.5 to 1.5. That is a big change. Bonus evasion, early landing, sub-ability, and movement mid-flight are removed. Oh, that sucks. This is my reason for unsubscribing here. Really? Goodbye, or is it, well, who knows. I mean, once I get done with this, I'm gonna go into, like, playthroughs again. But, I mean, I understand it. Bonus heal per pulse decreased from 15 to 25 to 10 to 20. Total healing per pulse reduced from 60 to 120 to 55 to 115. Level 10 plus 20 Starbreaker swipe smash damage replaced with 12. That's a nerf, kind of. Simply because getting extra Starbreaker damage. Sort of the meat and potatoes over is the Starbreaker stuff, but having the damage consistent overall is still nice. Level 15 Luminosity critical strike damage decreased from 50 to 40. Okay. It's a nerf there. And Starbreaker cooldown reduction decreased from 5 to 4. Okay, nerfs, kind of okay. Less healing, but she's in a team fight a lot quicker. I kind of like the change to this. I'd have to see it in action. I'll probably end up using this too. Because all this attack speed is quite nice. Alright. Dazzle. Base damage increased by 16. Damage at level 1 unchanged, 47 to 53. Strength gain increased from 2 to 2.3. Agi increased from 1.4 to 1.7. Ink gain increased from 2.8 to 3.7. Okay. That's really big stat buff. Damage gain per level decreased from 4.3 to 3.5. Damage at level 30 decreased by 35 from 201 to 207 to 166 to 172. Remove bad juju. They need to stop changing his ults. Alright, Nathal Boon. Weave now doubles the stacks applied to all allies. Poison Bloom now doubles the stacks applied to enemies. Okay, let me see if they do anything else. Overhealing is converted into a barrier. Weave is stronger in allies. Can spread his poison touch when attacking enemies. Ah, okay. So it's basically more support utility or more combat utility. Alright. That's fair. Just built-in buffs. I'm gonna have to switch to Dazzle, though. I'll just put him on Nathal.
Take a care when my shadow falls upon the foe.
Okay. Weave. Now levels with novel projection. Okay. Armor change per stack rescaled from 1 to 0.5 to 1.25. So it takes until 12 to get it back. But then you have these to kind of compensate. So it's fine. Poison touch cooldown decreased from 27 to 15 to 24 to 15. No longer upgraded with shard. Ooh. Well, that's a nerf. Shallow Grave. Cooldown decreased from 36 to 18 to 30 to 18. Shadow Wave cooldown decreased from 12 to 9 to 10 to 7. Acceptor no longer allows to perform attacks as Dazzle is disarmed. Actually, wait. Bad Juju gave him cooldowns. What do you do? Nothal Projection. Dazzle's soul departs his body, becoming an untargetable, invulnerable, and true-walking spirit that can still attack, cast abilities, and use items. His mortal body can be attacked, and there is visible tether between it and Dazzle's soul. When in soul form, all Dazzle's basic abilities are improved. Poison Touch hexes enemies, Shallow Grave heals upon expiration, and Shadow Wave has reduced cooldown. If the body is killed, Dazzle's soul perishes. When Dazzle's spirit moves further than 1600 units from his body, it is tugged back towards the body with the intensity of this pull increasing the further Dazzle's soul travels. When the effect ends, the soul returns to its body. Cooldown 70 to 60, max duration 15, minute duration 5. What do you mean minimum duration? Like, you have to be in it for 5 seconds minimum, or I don't know. Cast range 600, mana cost 100 to 200. Poison touch hex duration 1.4 to 1.8. Shadow Grave healing 225 to 375. Shallow Grave healing will trigger even if it was cast before projection but expired during. Okay. Shadow Weave cooldown reduction 30 to 60%. Dazzle can't attack buildings or use Hand of Minus while in soul form. Can be upgraded with Shard. Allows to cast Nothal Projection while disabled and provides 20% outgoing healing amp for the duration. Level 20 talent, 200 heal, and Shallow Grave replaced with -4 second Shallow Grave cooldown. Okay, let me see. Make an enemy. You guys can't see anything. Okay, so... Alright. Booga booga! Bleh! And then you can't attack that. You can be in this for 5 seconds. It does that. Okay. Alright. Now I want to see more stuff with this. So if I do this... Ooh, that's a huge nerf to this. I feel like the cooldowns on these two should lower even just a bit. Because this being 15 seconds now is kind of long. I think that's my only complaint. Because he was balanced around his long cooldowns, but that was also because of bad juju. I feel like he's worse now. I don't know, though. I think that's my only actual complaint with this. Like, the cooldown reduction on Shadow Wave is massive, don't get me wrong. 60% cooldown reduction with 7 seconds ends it up at what? Puts it at a 5-second cooldown. Okay, and the last thing I want to check.
I never miss a trick.
So if I run out... Okay, I can't, like, leave. Alright. And then if I just cast it directly next to me...
No simple ordination. Confirmed.
Okay.
Who needs healing?
I would say
Death cast.
it's kind of worse. Just because of, like, him losing the poison touch hex on like standard casts. Like, that's a big nerf to him. But to be fair, with, like, say the Chaos Knight change, he'd be like a hard counter if he still had the shard. Oh, wait, Acceptor no longer allows to perform attacks as Dazzle is disarmed. I don't think I read that either. That's kind of fair. I do think this cooldown needs to go down, maybe to like 12 or 10 seconds. Just so it can at least be cast during it. Which it already can be, but I don't know, it's one of those weird things. Like, you can get it off once during this. Maybe twice, I feel like it'd be fair. And then... even the Shallow Grave heal on the end of it gets, like, put into the ult. You get it, like, level 6, which is great. It's just built on the ult. I don't know. I don't know how to feel on Dazzle. I don't tend to play him. I feel like he might have gotten worse. Alright. Death Prophet, now a universal hero. Base damage decreased by 3. Base agility increased from 16 to 17. Damage at level 1 unchanged, 49 to 59. Damage gain per level increased from 3 to 3.6. Damage at level 10 increased by 21. From 150 to 160 to 171, 181. Removed Suppress Facet. I don't remember what that did. I don't know if I can find it. Go away. It affected silence, but what did it do? Applies move slow to affected enemy. Ah, okay. So what, did she lose that slow? She lost the slow. Oh, that's silly. Spirit Collector. Exorcism hero spirit damage increased from 91 to 107 to 91 to 127. If a hero dies during exorcism, their spirit is now added to both the current and it's a charge for the next one. Cool. That's a buff. What was the other one? What's the other one she has? Delays damage. Okay. And then Witchcraft, move speed per level decreased from 0.75 to 0.5. Spell cooldown reduction per level increased from 0.5 to 0.75. So they basically got switched around. I'd say this is better overall. Her having a lower level on Exorcism for this is really good. Lower level on Silence is really good. Crypt Swarm. Her Suck. I think it's better. I think overall she got buffed. Yeah, definitely buffed. She gets extra damage per level. She got an extra bit of agility. She's got overall better damage scaling. This is cooler. She got buffed. There you go. Moving on. Disruptor. Thunderstorm. Thunderstrike now procs its effect on units within the kinetic field even if the initial target is outside. Cool. Kinetic Fence. Base charge restore time decreased from 20 to 14 to 20 to 11 seconds. Mana cost decreased from 70 to 50. Alright. And then level 20 plus 2 kinetic fence duration replaced with plus 1 kinetic fence charge. Okay. Sure. Alright. Well, you can block someone, like, indefinitely. Which isn't bad. It's just really hard to lose kinetic field. Kinetic field is really good. Thunderstrike radius increased from 240 to 260. Level 10 Thunderstrike damage per strike increased from 10 to 15. Buff. Level 10 talent minus 3-second kinetic field cooldown replaced with plus 20 movement speed. That kind of hurts. Level 20 Thunderstrike slow duration increased from 0.5 to 0.6. Actually, it doesn't hurt that much. I'm not sure. Buff, 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 buff. He got buffed. Moving on. Doom. Gluttony. Devour base charge. Restore time decreased from 80 to 85 to 80 seconds. Cool. Impending Doom. No longer decreases damage per second. Well, that's annoying, but why? Level Pain. Bonus damage increased from 15 to 25%. That's a big buff, actually. Inferno Blade. Base burn damage rescaled from 20 to 50 to 15 to 60. So weaker level 1, but stronger afterwards. Doom cast range decreased from 500 to 400. Damage per second decreased from 30 to 70 to 25 to 65. Okay. That's crippling. Level 10 Scorched Earth damage replaced with 0.2 second Inferno Blade stun duration. Oof. Look, just because of Doom being what it is, it's going to make Doom worse. Like, making someone unable to heal for, like, over 10, 15 seconds in a team fight. It's strong. Nerfing the damage sucks, but I get it. Nerfing the range sucks, but I get it. This is nice for his late game. Maybe that's to compensate for the damage nerf. I don't think Impending Doom is all that good. Now, it does give extra duration, but it takes way too long, and then Devour is like... I've started to learn that this is not as bad as I make it sound. So getting this as a buff is really nice. Anyway, moving on. Dragon Knight. Fire Dragon, Dragon Tail, while in Dragon form, Dragon Tail applies to enemies in a 175 radius around the target. Worm's Wrath attacks deal 10 to 40 bonus damage to enemies, increase all AoE effects by 25 to 100. Oh. Okay. Okay. I'll go to that in a minute. Corrosive Dragon now also makes all Dragon Knight's abilities deal physical. Fireball is physical. Worm's Wrath, Corrosive Breath damage changes to physical. Dragon Tail is physical. Breathe Fire physical. Sure. I looked at what Worm's Wrath did, and it does cause armor reduction, so I get why they're all like this. But on this, it's like whoop-de-doo, because this never really did damage. This is kind of okay. This is sort of a nerf, because it was just magic damage, and it was actually damage. Alright, Elder Dragon Form. While in Dragon Form, attacks now apply 30 to 60% of the damage to targets in the Attack Splash AoE. Ooh. Now improves effects of Worm's Wrath by 20 to 50% regardless of the chosen facet. Doesn't affect durations of those effects. Okay. Attack Splash AoE decreased from 350 to 275. Bonus move speed decreased from 30 to 45 to 20 to 35. Okay. This got reworked because it was broken. The AoE effect and bonus magic damage at the cost of losing his cleave. This clearly doesn't comp. This is interesting. So it gets a 50% bonus assuming max level. So this goes to 150. Okay. It does give AoE Splash. I still think this is good. I'm not sure on this one. I still really like the Frost one. It's just Fire Dragon was way too good. Fireball radius decreased from 350 to 275. Okay, and then level 25 plus 400 AoE Dragon Tail during Elder Dragon form replaced with plus 50% Worm's Wrath effect during Elder Dragon form. Understandably removed because now it's built into the Fire Dragon. That's really massive, actually. Let me take a look at Dragon Knight. Where are you? Here.
Does there no more?
Okay, so
Who calls the Dragon Knight?
so it is 35%. I'm gonna hit this Dawn. You can't see anything. I'm stupid. We'll give this Dawn a health bar. There we go. So I'll hit the Dawn. She's slowed by 35%. Going to Dragon, I hit her once. She is slowed by 49%. Oh, because that's a 50%. I didn't get the talent. I don't think it's going to update. Okay, it goes to 66%. I screwed this up.
I choose. Yes.
Oh, it's based on the level. Oh, that's why. Okay.
Scepter.
Forgot about that. 70% move and attack slow. With a 70% reduction in healing. That's huge. But the real question... Oh my god. That's disgusting. It's such a small AoE, but that's disgusting. Jesus. Does this get increased with Gleipnir? I need to know. It does. Oh. Oh. Oh my.
Compelled to battle.
Oh god, that's so actually disgusting. That's so strong. God damn. Oh man. I gotta think about that. That's disgusting. I still feel like fire is just gonna be the way to go and probably corrosive, but God. It's Scotty on crack. So many heroes get gimped by that. Oh my god. What's the does it go through BKB? Cannot be dispelled. Yeah, I need to know if it goes through BKB. I'm not gonna show it.
Yes.
It goes through BKB. Oh my god. Wait, does it go through BKB? It doesn't go through BKB. I wasn't watching that properly. Okay, it doesn't go through BKB, but still. My god. Alright, moving on. Dry Ranger, Vantage Point Facet, damage bonus from high ground increased from 20 to 30%. I'm still not halfway. This is going to take like 4 days. Precision Aura now levels with Marksmanship. Self-Agility percentage bonus rescaled from 2% per hero level to 4, 8, 12, 16 plus 1% per level. Allies still get 50% of the total bonus. So it did get nerfed, I'm pretty sure. Like level 1 it's 5. It used to be... It's better early, but it's weaker late. Essentially. Because at max you're going to be 46 where it used to be 60. But at level 1 you're at 5. Then you go to 6. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You would go to 10 and then add the 4% so they make 14. Where you would be at 12. in the older version. But come like 7 or 8, the older version is better. Yeah. Level 10 plus 15 frost arrow bonus damage replaced with +1 multi-shot arrow per wave. Level 10 minus 3.5 second gust cooldown replaced with gust cost no mana. Why would you not get this now? That's so good. Losing the cooldown sucks, but it's like, it doesn't cost mana anymore. Like, this might be better, but this is so strong. It helps her mana, like, a lot, too. I'm not sure. She got a damage nerf, but she got this as a buff, so I think it's fine. Earth Spirit, ready to roll. Rolling Boulder. Bonus move speed is also granted to Earth Spirit when rolling over an allied hero. Okay. Boulder Smash no longer deals bonus damage to creeps. Get obliterated. Oh, what is happening here? Geomagnetic Grip damage increased from 50 to 275 to 70 to 280. Okay. Do not play Earth Spirit. I can't really talk about these. Level 10, Spell Amp replaced with plus 150 Rolling Boulder. Level 15, plus 110 Rolling Boulder. Oh no, Rolling Boulder distance. Rolling Boulder damage replaced with plus 80 Boulder Smash damage. Plus level 15, plus 25% Magnetize damage duration replaced with 0.3 second Rolling Boulder stun. Level 20, plus 250 Rolling Boulder distance replaced with 160 Rolling Boulder damage. Okay, so the distance and damage got swapped. Level 20 Boulder Smash damage replaced with plus 30% Magnetize damage duration. Level 25 plus 0.5 second Rolling Boulder stun duration replaced with minus 3 second Boulder Smash cooldown. Okay, so he lost Spell Amp for Boulder Smash cooldown. And I think that was the only one. Alright, we're moving on. I don't know how this hero works. I'm not going to focus on him. Earthshaker Slugger. Damage on creep death decreased from 50 to 140 to 40 to 100. That's fair. It was super strong. Fisher. Damage increased from 110 to 260 to 110 to 290. Very nice. Mana cost decreased from 120 to 150 to 120 to 135. Okay, nice buff there. Enchant Totem. Mana cost increased from 45 to 60 to 45 to 75. That's fair. It hurts, but it's fair. I remember when it was like 50. Level 10 base damage decreased from 30 to 25. That hurts, but also fair. Because Enchant Totem is really strong to begin with. Alright. You got nerfed for the most part, but it's fair. Elder Titan Astral Spirit bonus speed heroes decreased from 5 to 8 to 4 to 7%. Level 20 plus 100% cleave replaced with 350 stomp wake damage. Level 25 Echo Stomp Wake damage replaced with Cleave. Okay. They got switched around. Overall, I would say nerfed a little bit. Ember Spirit Searing Change unit counts decreased from 3 to 2. Decreased from 4 to 3 when using Chain Gain Facet. This is fine. It's not... It's still really good to begin with. Flame Guard. Damage per second increased from 15 to 45 to 20 to 50. Okay. Magic Berry increased from 60 to 285 to 60 to 300. Fire Remnant cast point decreased from 0.2 to 0. Active Fire Remnant's cast point isn't... Okay, he got buffed. This alone is huge. This alone is huge. This is a nerf, but it's like whoop-de-doo. This got buffed. He got buffed. There you go. Moving on. Enchantress Spellbound. Enchant attack range bonus increased from 50 to 200 to 60 to 240. Boo. Rabble Rouser, bonus damage per Enchantress hero level increased from 3 to 4%. Grand. Impetus no longer deals double damage to creeps, but still does double damage to illusions. Sproink mana cost increased from 50 to 60. Joy. Good nerf. Level 20 talent, untouchable attack slow decreased from 65 to 60. Okay. Buff. Buff. Nerf, but I think barely matters. Nerf. Good. Nerf. Good, but also it's 5 attack speed. It barely means anything. It's like a whoop-de-doo nerf. Enigma, I'm on E. God, this is going to be like 4 days, I think. Base damage increased by 12. Damage at level 1 decreased by 1 from 44 to 50 to 43 to 49. Damage gain per level decreased from 5 to 3.2. Damage at level 30 decreased by 63. 217 to 223 to 154 to 160. Event horizon move slow rescaled from 9 to 15 to 8 to 20%. Okay. It's practically better overall. Level 15 talent manifest instance damage increased from 40 to 50. So damage nerf, but it's fine. Facet buff. Buff. I would say buffed. Void. Base agility increased from 19 to 21. Chronospear. Mana cost decreased from 150 to 300 to 125 to 275. No longer suspends the duration of time dilation for affected units. I never even knew it did that. No longer freezes enemy ability and item cooldowns. Ow. Here's 30,000 text walls. Time zone mana cost decreased from 150 to 300 to 125 to 275. Cooldown increased from 130 to 110 to 130 to 120. Cast range decreased from 625 to 500. Now also suspends time dilation duration. Now also freezes enemy ability and item cooldowns. Now also accelerates ability and item cooldowns for allies. Cooldowns accelerate 4 times faster. Jesus. Radius decreased from 900 to 700. Duration decreased from 5 to 6 to 3.75 to 4. No longer manipulates attack speed. Ow. Movement speed manipulation rescaled from 50 to 70 to 60%. Cast speed manipulation from 40 to 60 to 60. Turn speed manipulation from 40 to 60 to 60. Projectile manipulation rescaled from 30 to 50 to 40. Level 20 talent plus 80 attack speed during time zone now affects only faceless void himself. Good lord, this is a lot of text. But it's still one of the strongest ults in the game compared to time zone. So it's a difficult argument. Time walk cooldown decreased from 24 to 6 to 21 to 6. Okay. Not big, but it's still good. Time dilation, recasting time dilation on an enemy will now add a separate stacking debuff instead of refreshing the duration of the existing. Jesus. So that makes refresher good with time zone. Oh boy. Grimstroke. Fine art. Stroke of Fate now displays a preview of the projectile trajectory. Oh, thank God. Good. Fair buff. It's for quality of life. Inkswell. Ogshard no longer applies a Shrine Dispel when Inkswell expires. Ouch. Shard now applies a basic Dispel when it's cast. Shard bonus damage increased from 30 to 40%. Og Shard heal increased from 30 to 40%. Alright. Bit of a nerf here. Little bit. But this is a nice buff. This is the buff. He got tweaked. Gyrocopter. Base agility decreased from 26 to 25. Agility gain increased from 3.1 to 3.2. Okay. Flat cannon. Mana cost increased from 40 to 70 to 50 to 80. Og Scepter Side Gunner now has a visual model representing the Side Gunner. Really? Let's take a look at that. The Side Gunner! Where are you at? G. Yes. Just give me that one. Go up there.
A new airstrike beacon.
Where's he at?
Quit your mumbling.
I need flat cannon. He's got a little robot friend. Oh, that's great. I love him. Oh, he's a little robot. Like, actually. Oh, that's great. I love it. Oh, that's so good. It needed a visual.
All systems nominal.
Oh, that's so good. I love it. That's so fun. That's great. I love that. That's such a good change. This is the best change in the patch. Oh, I love that thing. Hoodwink. Base agility increased from 24 to 25. Remove tree bounce trick shot facet. Okay, that was the one where it could bounce off trees. That was like Llama's favorite. Poor Llama. Go Nuts. Scurry active cast attack range rescaled from 100 to 250 to 75 to 300. Cool. Hip shot. New. Sharpshooter has 50% reduced cooldown. Turn rate is improved by 33%. Max damage, debuff duration, and wind-up time are reduced by 25%. Huh. Interesting. Okay, abilities. Her innate. Redirect chance rescaled from 15 to 30 to 14 to 35%. Acorn shot. Bonus attack range rescaled from 75 to 300 to 100. Wow, that is a nerf. Base damage increased from 75 to 80%. That's such a huge nerf. It's like a third now. Scurry. All sources of evasion are doubled for the duration, including redirect chance from Mistwood's Wayfarer. Oh, okay. That's a nice buff to compensate for this skimping. Make her less built around this and more like built around utility, I guess is the plan. Sharpshooter. Og Scepter no longer decreases max wind-up time. Instead, now increases movement speed slowed by 20% from 30 to 50 to 50 to 70%. Big slow. Don't know how good it's going to be. Level 10, -2 Bushwhack cooldown replaced with plus 1.5 mana regen. Level 10, +1 Scurry duration replaced with +1 Scurry ability charge. Alright. It's pretty good. Level 20, Sharpshooter max damage replaced with Sharpshooter provides vision while charging. Vision is provided along the cast indicator. Grants true sight. Does not reveal wards. Interesting. And level 25 Sharpshooter pierces debuff immunity replaced with 400 Sharpshooter max damage. Okay, losing this sucks. It's going to do a lot of damage. But I would say partially nerfed. I think. This is cool. Actually thinking about it. Acorn because you only have 2 now. Oh, I went too far. You only have 2 now on Hood. So it's basically... Yeah, okay. So you just get the attack range back from this. Little bit. You still lose a ton. I'm not sure now. I feel like she got slightly nerfed. Slightly. Huskar. Remove Bloodbath and Alpha Transfusion facets. Good, they sucked. Facet. Cauterize. New. Berserker's Blood can be activated. Consuming 30% of the current health. Instantly applies a basic dispel on Huskar, then after a 3-second delay restores the consumed health and additionally heals him for 5% of his max health for each dispel debuff. Cooldown 50 to 20 seconds. I am really curious on this one, because I want to know if it can dispel break. So let me get Huskar in here.
It's a sacred trust.
Okay, let's... The hammer wants to go this way. Okay. So let's find out if it can remove break, because if it can, this is huge for this hero.
Time is short.
Let me just whack him a couple times. It doesn't.
An honor.
Huh.
I'm under attack.
So it doesn't remove break from what I'm seeing. Yeah, it doesn't remove break. That kind of sucks. I mean, it's still a good facet. Don't get me wrong. It's a great facet. It's a lot better compared to his last 2. Because these were just about life break and they were kind of garbage. Honestly. It's still good. I just kind of wish it actually did. Inner Fire. Cast point decreased from 0.5 to 0.35. Good. It was too long to begin with. Level 15 Burning Spear. Burn damage increased from 4 to 5. Okay, nice little buff there. Level 25 Life Break damage increased from 20 to 25%. So overall, he got buffed. Because I actually have a good facet. Oh, God. Invoker, why? What happened? He's now an intelligence hero, that's why. Oh, disgusting. Alright, base health regen decreased from 0.5 to 0.25. Base damage increased by 12 to 10. Damage spread decreased from 8 to 6. Damage at level 1 decreased by 4 to 6, from 39 to 47 to 35 to 41. Strength gain decreased from 2.6 to 2.5. Agi gain increased from 1.8 to 2. Int gain increased from 4.0 to 4.7. Damage gain per level decreased from 5.9. Is what he had in the old when he was a universal hero. The 4.7. It's still a lot. Damage at level 30 decreased by 46. From 224 to 232 to 180 to 186. Removed Mastermind ability. Invoke is classified as Invoker's only innate ability. Removed Agnostic and Elitist facets. Added 3 orb-centered facets. Each provides an extra level for the specific orb. Permanently improves an ability and sets their own Aug Scepter and Shard upgrades. Aug Scepter still provides +1 level to all orbs, but also provides an additional level to the orb of the chosen facet, allowing it to reach a max level of 10. By default, level 30 Invoker will have 2 orbs at level 7 and 1 facet-related orb at level 8. Buying Scepter will increase these to 8 and 10 respectively. That's a lot of text. Alright. Scholar of Korix, Mind of Tornaris, and Agent of Galaron. Okay, let's start off with Scholar. Quas, when Invoker reaches level 6, he gains a bonus level of Quas without spending a skill point, increases his max level up to 8. Aug Scepter grants 1 additional current level and makes level to 10. I'm not reading these for the rest of these, it's just for the other respective ones. Cold Snap, Invoker heals for 13 to 130 health depending on level of Quas whenever Cold Snap triggers. Ghost Walk can be upgraded with Aug Scepter. When cast, the effect is also applied to all allies and forged spirits within a 600 radius. Allies and spirits have a 0.5 second fade time and 20 second duration. Jesus. He gives like a pseudo smoke. Actually. God damn. That's literally what this is. He just gives people a smoke. Okay, Ice Wall can be upgraded with Aug Shard. Enemy heroes that stay in Ice Wall for longer than 3 seconds freeze, becoming rooted for 1.5 seconds and taking 300 magic damage. Increases wall's radial thickness by 40 and length by 160. Alright. With how strong the wall can be slow-wise, you can hold them in there. Definitely. Okay, Mind. We already read this spiel. Alacrity grants bonus 50 to 140 attack range depending on level of Wex when cast an Invoker or any ranged units under his control. Alright. Tornado can be upgraded with Scepter. Tornado creates smaller twisters along its path every 300 units. Each twister lasts for the duration of Tornado and persists for 4 additional seconds after the tornado is destroyed, dealing 120 damage per second in a 150 radius. Twisters have ground vision and a 50 radius around them. Damage interval 0.25 seconds. Damage from multiples, twisters, stack. Twisters deal half damage to creeps. I have to look at that. EMP can be upgraded with Shard. Increases burn damage from 60 to 90%. Pulls units to its center at 150 units a second. So that's its old Shard, basically. Agent. And we read that. Chaos Meteor increases Meteor's radius by 30 and travel distance by 200. Sunstrike, now Aug Scepter, grants Cataclysm exclusively with this facet. Cooldown decreased from 100 seconds to 60. Min-max distance decreased from 160 to 290, 180. Sunstrike damage decreased from 100% to 75. The fact that it gets a huge cooldown nerf for the cost of damage, I feel is fair. Can be upgraded with Shard. Causes Sunstrike to summon the current level of Forge Spirit at the location when damaging a real enemy hero. Okay, I gotta see that too. Let's start off with the Tornado thing. You.
You fear not because I'm young? Your fear should be greater.
Put you to max so I don't kill you. Put you to max. How do I do this spell again?
Witness true sorcery.
Shut up.
Ah, scepter. Wax Cyclorus.
Oh, okay. You can't be damaged by 2 at once. Alright. Gives him some area control, definitely. And then let me...
Outside my mind, nothing is real.
Okay, I do not, for the life of me, know how to cast Cataclysm.
Ancient scepter. True arcanery thrives. Well away. Parlex.
Ah, I know how to do it now.
Incineration.
No, I don't.
Exort Trionis.
I think you just cannot have it on quick cast. Because that's what I have.
Tis tedious. Sunstrike.
Oh, I don't have the shard. I also wanted to test with multiple enemies. I'm just curious if it spawns multiple.
Fine.
It does not. Okay.
Unto battle.
Let me just quickly...
Such tedium. Exort
I... Why doesn't this work? I don't get it. Ugh. Oh, you gotta do it on him? Oh my god. Hey. Oh, they're dying. Oh my god. They're all dying.
Just as I expected.
Okay, go over there. You're all grounded. Okay. If I do it on him. Ah, I know how to do it now. The fact that it summons per is kind of huge. Yes, man fight. For my entertainment. Someone's dead.
Whatever that was scarcely worth my notice.
Okay. I finally know how to do goddamn Cataclysm. It only took me forever. That is a really good shard. Good lord. So, this is definitely a support one. Like, full stop. This is literally a smoke. It just is. This one is definitely like crowd control type situation. It feels it. You could also make this... yeah, no, it's definitely crowd control. This is... Or even just like a right-clicking invoker. And this is just spells. Like, come on. Alright. Quas. Let's go through abilities now. And then we'll move on. Each orb now provides 1 to 10 health regen by default. Leveling up Quas provides +1 strength by default. Wex. Each active orb provides 0.6 to 6% bonus move speed by default. Leveling up Wex now provides +1 agi by default. Exhort. Each active orb now provides 1 to 19 bonus damage by default, and leveling Exhort provides 1 int by default. So basically what they used to be before his universal change. So, interesting. It's interesting to see he got reverted back. Cold Snap no longer heals Invoker when dealing damage. Added values for 9 and 10. Duration is 6.2, 6.6. Freeze cooldown is 0.56, 0.53. Freeze damage is 68.72. Ghostwalk, health regen per Quas level rescaled from 3 to 24 to 2 to 20. Self speed rescaled from -15 to 20 to -20 to 25%. Values for 9 and 10. Enemy slow is 60 to 65%. Mana regen is 18-20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so he is slower. And he gets less healing, which I'm fine with. Okay. His speed is based on, Wex. Yeah. Yeah, it's... So it's definitely This is definitely a support play style. This is like you're kind of moving around the place and right-clicking people style, and then this is you're blasting people with spells. So I was kind of right with that. Tornado values, travel distance for 9 and 10 of Wex is 3,900, 4,200. Lift time for Quas is 2.8 to 3. Damage for level 9 of 10 of Wex is 405, 450. EMP added mana burn values for level 9 and 10 of Wex, 700, 775. Alacrity bonus values. Attack speed for 9 and 10 of Wex is 106, 118. Damage for 9 and 10 of Exhort is 106, 118. Chaos Meteor added values. Travel distance based on Wex is 1725, 1890. Contact damage based on Exhort is 235, 250. Burn damage per second based on Exhort is 50, 55. Sunstrike added damage values for level 9 and 10 is 600, 650. Forge Spirit count is changed from 111222333. No, 111222333. These values are true for both Quas and Exhort, but the ability will use one with the lowest level. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10. So it's just gonna always be 3 no matter what when you're maxed. Forge Spirit's base mana is decreased from 5 to 0. Previously, it was resulted in Forge Spirit having 5 more mana than intended, which is kind of funny. Duration rescaled from 20 to 90 to 10 to 100, so 10 per Quas, I think. Damage rescaled from 22 to 92 to 20 to 110 based on Exhort. Added values for levels 9 and 10. Mana for 9 and 10 Exhort is 500, 550. Armor for 9 and 10 Exhort is 8, 9. Attack range for Quas is 820, 885. Health for 9 and 10 Quas is 1100, 1200. Melting Strike armor reduction per stack based on Exhort is 1.6, 1.7. We're almost done, and then I'm heading out for today. Ice Wall flat AoE bonus like those granted by Gleipnir, and literally only Gleipnir for the most part. No longer increase radial thickness of the wall, but instead increase length of the entire wall. No thick, only long. Duration rescaled from 3 to 12 to 3 to 12, essentially speaking. It's just a bit more cleaner numbers. Added move slow values for 9 and 10 of Quas is 180, 200%. Damage per second increased from 6 to 48 to 8 to 80. I think this is based on Wex. Deafening Blast damage increase from 60 to 340 to 70 to 430. Knockback duration increased from 0.2 to 1.6 to 1.1 to 2. Disarm duration rescaled from 1 to 6.5 to 1.5 to 6. Really long disarm, actually. Goddamn. Level 15 plus 1 Forge Spirit replaced with minus 4 second Sunstrike cooldown. Doesn't affect Cataclysm. Level 25 2x Quaswex Exhort active bonuses is now set for all facets. Removed alternative passive bonus is talent. Okay. There we go. We are officially halfway. God. Invoker's going to be an interesting case of being able to hypothetically play every role now, even more so than he used to. Because they're kind of set in motion, I feel like. But anyway, that was the patch note reading for today. Bit of a long one, but it's a lot of overhauls. It is literally, and I quote, everything is getting changed. A lot of things are getting changed. This is a big patch, and it's going to take me maybe another 2 days. Hopefully I get it done tomorrow, but I have no idea. I'm at I. I'm not even halfway through the alphabet. With all that's said and done, I hope you all have a good rest of the day. I hope you all have a good rest of the night. I hope you all have a good rest of whatever. I'm going to go in until next time. Goodbye.